The Experiment, A Tale of Two Watches. We've all heard the saying, don't judge a book by its cover, but do we live by it? This social experiment explores how appearances, particularly something as simple as a watch, can influence people's behavior. For 1 week I wore two different watches, a plain, inexpensive watch and a gleaming gold Rolex, observing the reactions and interactions they elicited. The results were startling, revealing a hidden world of snap judgments and unconscious biases. It became clear that people often treat you differently based on what they see rather than who you are. This journey into the heart of perception unveils how deeply appearances are intertwined with our social interactions.
Sporting my everyday watch, I blended into the background. People barely noticed it, and that was fine with me. Asking for directions, I was met with standard courtesy. Ordering coffee, the barista seemed indifferent. Life moved at its usual pace, unremarkable and routine. There was a sense of anonymity, of being just another face in the crowd. It was a stark contrast to the experience that awaited me with the Rolex on my wrist.
Ticking with the masses, life with a cheap watch.
The Rolex, a symbol of wealth and status, completely transformed my interactions. Suddenly I was met with smiles and eager assistance. Shopkeepers were extra attentive. People seemed more interested in what I had to say. It was an unsettling realization. The power of a simple accessory to alter perceptions. The watch, a mere object, had somehow elevated my worth in the eyes of strangers. It was a fascinating, albeit slightly disheartening observation.
Golden time reactions to luxury on the wrist. Section 4, The Kindness of Youth, A Moment of Truth. One incident, however, stood out from the rest.
While wearing the cheap watch, I dropped my groceries, sending oranges and apples tumbling across the sidewalk.
A group of teenagers rushed to help, their laughter mixing with the clatter of rolling fruit.
Their genuine desire to help, regardless of my appearance, was heartwarming.
It was a reminder that kindness and compassion can exist independent of superficial judgments. This act of selflessness provided a glimmer of hope in a world often driven by appearances. Section 5, Judging Bling, A Humorous Encounter. Another memorable encounter involved a man at a coffee shop.
Engrossed in a conversation, he completely ignored me while I wore the cheap watch.
However, when I returned with the Rolex, he went out of his way to impress me, boasting about his latest business ventures.
It was comical to observe such a blatant shift in behavior.
His eagerness to connect solely based on the perception of wealth was both amusing and disheartening. It underscored the tendency to equate material possessions with value and worth. Section 6. The Real Value, A Call for Reflection. This social experiment highlighted the undeniable influence of appearances in our daily lives. It revealed how quickly we judge and categorize, often unconsciously based on visual cues. But it also reminded us of the exceptions, the genuine souls who see beyond the surface. As we navigate a world saturated with imagery and status symbols, it's crucial to remember the true value lies not in what we wear, but in who we are. Let's strive to look beyond the superficial and treat each other with the respect and kindness we all deserve. So, the next time you meet someone new, ask yourself, are you seeing them for who they truly are, or are you being swayed by appearances?